Good afternoon, 1E1. Okay, this is Miss Angeline here. Today we are going to do our next flipped classroom lesson. Okay, remember last week we completed the 8 different parts of speech, and today we're going to zoom into one, and that is verbs. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, what are verbs? Basically, they are words that you definitely have to use when you're telling your friends about something that happened. Okay, and every full sentence must contain at least one verb. Okay, otherwise it's not a full sentence. Okay, there are many different types of verbs, and today we are going into the 6 different types of verbs. Okay, the first one we are going to talk about is action verbs. Second one, linking verbs. The third one, saying verbs. The fourth, sensing verbs. The fifth, mental verbs. And the last one, verbs of possession. Okay, don't worry, this might look a bit daunting now with the 6 different types of verbs, but we are going to zoom into each and every one and to see what do they mean, what are the different examples. Okay, and at the end, we will complete the worksheet given to you before you start this video. Okay, so we start with action verbs. Action verbs, as the name implies, they describe actions. You can be reading, jumping, or sleeping. I hope that you're not sleeping now, but these are all actions that you do, and action verbs are the most common type of verbs that we use in our composition because your character must be doing something. Okay, and I think you are very familiar with this, so we're going to move on. The next type of verb is a little bit more abstract. Okay, they are called linking verbs. Okay, they link or relate to ideas, statements, or objects in a sentence. Okay, still not clear? Don't worry, we're going to see an example. Okay, here's Susie. Susie is feeling a little blue because Susie is sick. Okay, so she says, I am sick. Here we have 3 words. Okay, the word I, am, and the word sick. Okay, look at the red highlighted word am. Basically, if you can see, am links the word I to the word sick so that you know who is sick and what happens to Susie. Okay, am belongs to a type of verb that is very special. Okay, the root verb is actually to be. Okay, and to be is formed in different ways. Okay, it's formed to am for I am, is he or she is, it is. Okay, that's singular. We have are, which is the plural. You are, they are, we are, and as well as the past tense. He was, she was, it was, and were. We were, they were. There are other types of linking verbs. For example, appear. He appears to be injured. So you link the idea of he to injured. Okay, like the word become. Susie became sick after she ate the laksa. Maybe it's spoiled. So we link the idea of Susie and sick with the word become. Seem. He seems to be really sorry. So we link the idea of he and the fact that he felt really sorry together with the word seem. Okay, so this is linking verb. Linking verbs are very common. Okay, you often exclaim, right? I am hungry. Okay, I'm at home. Okay, so all this, am is the linking verb. Next, we have saying verbs. Okay, as the name implies again, okay, and the little red lip I have on the right side, okay, it's related to speech. Like the little girl here said, "What a big octopus! Can I eat it?" So said, the action, is a saying verb. Okay, there are many other examples as well. We have the word whisper, we have the word mumble, and shout. All these are related to speech. Sensing verbs. Okay, sensing. Okay, it's related to your perception and to the use of any of our senses. Basically, we all have we have 5 senses. Okay, and let's look at the eyes. We see, we stare, and we glare. Okay, this is not exhaustive. Basically, there are many more examples, but these are the common ones that we might use. Okay, I see a shooting star in the sky. So it's related to my eyes. Okay, I smell the flowers in the garden. It's related to my nose. And I feel that it's getting colder and colder. Maybe it's going to rain. Okay, so that's related to our sense of touch. Okay, temperature. I feel that the table is very smooth. Someone must have Okay, someone must have wiped it or something. So it's related to our sense of touch. Okay, I can hear the thunders roaring. Okay, so it's related to our ears. Okay, I listen to music every day. Okay, it's related to our ears again. Next, we have mental verbs. Okay, basically, mental verbs are thinking verbs. Okay, it's related to our brains, our head. Okay, some examples are know. I know that I'm right. Okay, it's nothing physical. I can't touch the idea of knowing, but it's in my head. Okay, I imagine that I'm in Disneyland right now. I'm not in Disneyland, definitely. Okay, but I'm imagining it's all happening in my head. Okay, I believe what you said is true. Okay, belief. Again, I can see belief. Okay, it happens in the head. Okay, I need food and I think that I'm going to do well for these exams. Okay, it's all in mental thought processing. Okay, and mental verbs also include emotional verbs. The idea of feel. But this feel is different from the sensing verb. Okay, this feel is like I feel sad, I feel happy, okay, I feel lonely. So they are related to emotions rather than the sense of touch. And lastly, we have the verbs of possession. Okay, possession has this idea of ownership. Okay, we have verbs that indicate ownership. For example, the word belong, the word have. I have a new bag. Okay, I own 10 books on penguins. Okay, scientific encyclopedia or something. But I own books. Um, this project is included into your SA, your CA marks. Okay, so all this has this idea of belonging to somewhere. Let's look at an example. Okay, we have a girl here. Okay, basically, the little girl has a cat. Okay, the idea of ownership. And the cat belongs to the little girl. So these words are verbs of possession. Okay, so now we kind of come to the end of the little introduction on verbs that I did for you. Okay, I need you to pause the video and take out the worksheet given to you earlier. Okay, and once you have taken it out, okay, please continue with the video. Alright, you're back. Okay, we have exercise 1. Okay, in exercise 1, you notice there are 10 questions. Okay, and this for this particular exercise, you are required to identify, find out, and underline the verb in the sentence. Okay, for example, this is an example. It's not from your worksheet. Okay, she has a pen. So you will underline the word has because has is a verb. Okay, it's a verb of possession. Okay, the pen belongs to her. Okay, and I would like you to pause the video now and continue the 10 questions. Come back once you're done. Okay, you're back. So I hope exercise 1 wasn't too difficult for you. We're going to move on to exercise 2. Okay, the next 10 questions, the verbs have already been identified for you, and we're going to up the level now. Okay, I ask you to identify the verbs in exercise 1. So now in exercise 2, since it's identified for you, okay, you have to write what type of verb it is, the underlined verb is, in the brackets provided. For example, he is a man. Okay, so in the brackets, we are supposed to write that. Is a linking verb. Okay, do all 10 questions and pause the video until you're done. Right, you're back again. Okay, let's do a little bit of recap before we end today's session. Okay, we have the different types of verbs. The first type, the action verbs. You jump, you sleep, and you roll around. Okay, those are all action. We have the linking verbs. The verb to be. Okay, am, is, are, was, were. Appear, seem. Okay, they link the person doing the action and the action. Saying verbs related to what the person says, related to the action of using your mouth to say something. For example, we have she says that she's tired, so she's saying that she's tired. He exclaimed that he won the lottery, so using his mouth to say something. Okay, that's a saying verb. A sensing verb, okay, is related to your senses, your five senses. Your eyes, you can see, you can stare, you can glare. Your ears you can hear, your nose you can smell, and a sense of touch. Okay, I feel cold, it's rough, it's slippery. All these are sensing verb. A mental verb basically has something to do with your thought process, and you think about something, you imagine something. Okay, it's linked to emotions as well. I feel happy, I feel sad. Okay, the idea of feeling. Last but not least, verb of possession. We indicate ownership. Okay, this belongs to dad, and the cat the cat has a collar. Okay, and the cat belongs to the girl. So the idea of possession. Okay, and with that, we come to the end of this simple third classroom lesson that we have. Okay, remember to submit the worksheet to the teacher. And in the next SDL session, just be reminded that we are going to have a quiz on the different types of verbs. Okay, similar to this worksheet. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. I definitely did. I did a lot